Alrighty, here we are again. Not that Brian, talking rubbish again. Another example of where you can use your food waste. Now this is actually an olive tree, and olive trees aren't typically big feeders, but this olive tree's been struggling. Hasn't been fed very well, and I think it might have just taken all the nutrients out of the soil. Now I've started feeding it about 2-3 weeks ago with that food waste. As you can see, look at that. This thing is flowering and fruiting. I have never seen it do that. See our magpies flying around the background. I wouldn't quite call them tame, but they're definitely friendly. Pair of magpies. That's the female of the species. It's the ladybird. And the boy is just off there to the left. There they go. So we have an arrangement. They don't dive bomb me, and I allow them to live in my tree quite happily. But yeah, back to this tree. Since I've started feeding it, it's been growing quite happily. But my rhubarb hasn't. So I had the rhubarb up until last week. It was living in a pot plant or two. And it just wasn't growing. I thought to myself, I wonder why. And I pulled it out of the pot plants, and it turns out the roots had taken up all the plant. All the space available to the plants. So on that, they're pretty much root bound. So what I've done is I've decided to pop them in this. Oh, and by the way, because I had them in small pots, they would heat up something shocking in the sun. Poor plants are getting very stressed. So, put them in here, feed them a little bit, water them a little bit. Let's see what happens. Just have a look at these plants now. We'll come back in a few weeks and we'll just sort of see how they're looking. Let's give them a drink. Important to water this stuff in. Now, because it's food waste, animals can eat it. Now, herbivores generally won't. But if you've got like a fox or dogs or cats, they may eat it. And you don't really want to encourage that. So, important to water it in and let it sink in. But yeah, really good stuff, this food waste. As I say, we have a little machine that you put it all in there. It's about the size of a large jug. It macerates it all. It turns it into this dry product, which doesn't smell, doesn't rot, and is awesome for your plants. What a gorgeous evening. Thanks for stopping by my channel, by the way. And yeah, look, if you enjoy watching gardening, bees, gorgeous sunsets, and the occasional wild animal, or, dare I say it, a magpie. Look at that, aren't they gorgeous birds? Do stop by. I'm based in sunny Melbourne, Australia, if that helps. But yeah, happy to chat with anybody from around the world. Thanks for taking the time to view my post.